Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Vegetarian Cooking with JJ. In this week's episode, I was inspired by Doug McNish. I was lucky enough to meet him in person and get a signed copy of his book, The Classics Veganized, right before it came out. Signed copy. See, here you go. So I'm going to put my own spin on his recipes. I'm making vegan wings with a buffalo sauce, and the other half is going to be with a honey garlic sauce. These are the delicious vegan wings we're going to be making today. I'm really excited to get started, so without further ado, let's head over to the kitchen and get cooking! First of all, we're adding 3 tablespoons of nutritional yeast to our bowl. And we're adding 1 teaspoon of onion powder and 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, a half a teaspoon of poultry seasoning, which includes thyme, sage, marjoram, rosemary, black pepper, and nutmeg, a half a teaspoon of Himalayan salt, and a half a teaspoon of paprika. Here we have a 3/4 cups worth of water, and we're adding 2 teaspoons of Dijon mustard. We're adding 1 tablespoon of grapeseed oil and stirring it up. Now we're mixing our liquid with all the spices and flavors. It's easier to make sure everything's evenly distributed this way. Now in this bowl, we're adding 1 cup of vital wheat gluten flour. Now we'll mix our wet ingredients with it. Once it comes together, you can knead it with your hands. Remember to stretch and pull it. This was a little bit sticky, so I added a touch more vital wheat gluten flour, a couple tablespoons or a little bit more. Stretch and knead it for 5 minutes and let it rest for 10. For simmering liquid, we're getting 6 cups of water ready, adding 3 tablespoons of molasses, we're adding in half a teaspoon of ground thyme, we have 2 partially crushed elephant garlic cloves we're adding in, and we're adding 1/4 cup of nutritional yeast. Add 1 teaspoon of onion powder, and we're adding 2 teaspoons of white miso paste, and we'll add in 2 tablespoons of white wine vinegar. Our seitan dough has finished its nap, so it's time to cut it up. You'll want to make them smaller than you think because they're going to expand 3 times the size. Now it's time to pop them in the pot with our liquid concoction. Reduce the heat to low so it simmers away for an hour. Nearing the end of the cook time, you can start to make the sauces. we're getting 2 tablespoons of earth balance in our sauce pot. Chopping up an elephant garlic clove. And we have 1 teaspoon of Dijon and a 1/4 cup's worth of our vegan honey. We'll add our chopped garlic to our earth balance. Let it get fragrant. You'll want the nice garlicky aroma to come up. Be mindful not to burn the garlic. Our garlic is nice and fragrant, so we're going to add our 1/4 cup of vegan honey. And our teaspoon of Dijon mustard. Stir it up, let it cook for a bit. And I'm adding a tablespoon of white wine vinegar. Now for our buffalo sauce, we're adding 2 tablespoons of earth balance to this saucepan. Add a 1/4 cup of our cayenne pepper sauce. Add 1 teaspoon of vegan Worcestershire sauce. 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. And a couple of splashes of white wine vinegar. And go ahead and whisk it up. You may be curious to know why they call it buffalo sauce. Well, it originates from Buffalo, New York. It was created by Teresa Bellissimo in 1964. She was the owner of Anchor Bar. Late one night, her son and some friends were hanging out at the bar, and the son requested some snacks. So, to use up scraps that would normally be tossed out, she created this sauce on the fly for the very first time. Now, since then, we've evolved to vegan versions, as Doug McNish demonstrates in his cookbook, and as you can learn about with me. Cayenne chilies originate from French Guiana, which is located in South America, but it's part of France. Cayenne is actually a city in French Guiana. The cayenne pepper plant grows up to 4 feet tall, and the chili peppers are 2 to 5 inches in length. There are between 30,000 to 50,000 Scoville heat units, which is on the mild side for me. But as for the general consensus online, they all consider it hot. It is one of the more popular chilies used in North America. As for the origin of honey garlic sauce, that seems to be a mystery. Although people online say it's popular in Canada, which is pretty obvious, people can conclude that on their own. But if you happen to know the true origin of honey garlic sauce, feel free to share in the comments below. Wheat gluten vegan meat, commonly known as seitan, is said to have originated from ancient China. One of the Chinese names is Meijin, and many Buddhists enjoy it as many are vegetarian, obviously. Of course, there's many different ways of preparing it, and that may change the name depending on the preparation and the country as well. Of course, nowadays you can find so many different varieties with all the sauces already made, all the spices and sauces. But you know what? There's something way more satisfying about making your own. Feel free to share your experiences in the comments below. Our seitan pieces are ready, and we have our breading mixture, which is matzo meal, cornstarch, a couple of dashes of paprika, dash of onion powder, dash of garlic powder, and some salt. We're scooping out our seitan pieces. And heat up a pot of oil with a high smoke point. Coat the vegan wings with the breading, and once the oil is ready, gently drop them in. Scoop them up to see if they're ready. They should have a crispiness all around. This type of holy metal spoon works very well. Make sure you have a plate ready, lined with paper towel. Here we have 2 separate bowls because we're coating one batch with our buffalo sauce. And this batch over here is being coated with our vegan honey garlic sauce. I sliced up some fresh bell peppers, and I blistered some shishito peppers. It's that time again, everyone. It's time to get messy and try it. Our vegan wings, both the honey garlic and the buffalo ones. So I'm going to start off with honey garlic, which is the most logical one to start off with. Excellent flavor. It's a perfect balance of the garlic and the vegan honey, and of course the seasoning in the mix. Now on to our vegan buffalo wings. It's the perfect level of spice to appeal to a wide crowd. I made some blistered shishito peppers, sprinkled on some black garlic powder, added a little bit of sesame oil, and a splash of soy sauce. Wonderful. Excellent. I'm completely satisfied with the way these recipes turned out. So there you have it. You have some more delicious vegan recipes to add to your recipe booklets. And remember, if you like this video in any way, shape, or form, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel, hit that little bell notification icon so you don't miss a single video. There's going to be a new video popping up every Monday at 8 a.m. Eastern, so you don't want to miss it. This is JJ signing off, keeping things interesting in my kitchen and in yours. Bon appetit.